Good afternoon, you lovely people. It's not a good afternoon, is it? It's a horrendous afternoon if you're a Tottenham fan. Newcastle 2, Spurs 1. That was the full-time score today at St James's Park. This is your match reaction on the Lily White Lane YouTube channel, and you're most welcome to it. And my head's gone, to be honest with you guys. My head is absolutely gone. All of the chances, all of the possession, 20-plus shots, all of the good play. Newcastle didn't even have to get out of second gear, and they're the team coming away with 3 points. Why? Because of the stupid system that we play. That late in the game, why on earth, when they've got the ball in their own half, of our entire team on the halfway line, why are we playing a line as high as that at that time during the game? Fair enough. Do it against the Evertons, the Brentfords, the Southamptons, because what are they going to counter-attack us with? Adam Armstrong, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, you know what I mean? But when you're coming up against top sides with dangerous and quick players who can score and make quality runs at any time, why are you doing that? We were in complete and utter cruise control. Like Leicester, we should have been 3 or 4-1 up by that time in the game. But we're playing a stupid high line. It takes one ball through and Isak scored and put the ball in the back of the onion bag, and we end up losing the game. Because they sit back for the last 10 minutes, park the bus, and we can't break through them because we only really know how to score one way, and that's getting it wide, playing a ball across goal and a tap in from someone. I will give this system its credit for when it works well, and it did for most of today. The football going forward in this system is beautiful at times. But I used to think it was naivety from the manager defensively. Now I genuinely think it's cluelessness. Our only way of defending is attacking, is keeping possession, and it's not good enough. The first goal didn't even have anything to do with, the fullbacks inverting and pushing up the pitch in the high line. It was just crap marking and crap defending, which to me shows that we're not training defending. We're not going through defensive routines. Every single, as I say, piece of training you see, and I know the main clips you're going to see tweeted out by clubs and put on club social media to shooting drills and stuff because it gets people excited about attacking players. But other clubs occasionally put stuff up about defenders. We don't. There is no indication that we're training defending. There is no indication that we're learning how to defend set pieces better. It's not that we, haven't conceded because we've got this whole new routine defensively to stop set pieces. We've been, very, very lucky for the most part. We've been very lucky for the most part. Just defensively, this system, it just doesn't work when you don't have the top players and you're managing the top club in the league. It may have worked at Celtic. It's not going to work when you don't have the top players. As I say, if Ange was Manchester City manager, they'd go on and win the league. 1, because they're Man City, but 2, because he'd have the top players constantly to outscore the opposition. We don't. So why is he then coming out at the end of the transfer window saying he's really happy with what we've got when we haven't gone out there and signed players that can move us up to contend with the Arsenals and Manchester Cities, and Eze when we need a winger, a Kone or a Paulinho when we need a number 6. But we haven't gone out there and signed those players. We've only gone out there and signed young players. We're taking a gamble on them. Some might work out, some might not. Odegaard looked fantastic against Everton. Pile of pygmy hippo shite for the most part today. Where are those players who are going to outscore the opposition when we're playing this system? They're not there. So without the top players, this system isn't going to work, in my opinion. Do it against the bottom half of the table teams, but there's no tweaking. There's no adapting against the top teams. I'm not asking him to park the bus, the manager. But drop their line back a little bit when you're playing against Arsenal. Maybe have one wing back cover the centre-backs, eh? Why not? We're left 2-on-2 for that second goal. It's a tap-in for Isak. Romero's caught ball watching, and that's the second time he's been caught ball watching. Jamie Vardy on the opening day against Leicester. And I do get the people who are saying, Ange didn't finish those chances. Ange wasn't caught ball watching. No, but the reason we have lost this game today is mainly because of Ange Postecoglou. Because we were in cruise control and we put the team on the halfway line for no reason whatsoever when they've got the ball in their half. I don't get it. I really don't get why we leave 2 centre-backs back, especially when we've not got Mickey van der Ven today in the last 10 minutes of the game. By all means, go for the win, but have some cover for those centre-backs when you've got players like Isak, Gordon, even Jacob Murphy and Joe Willock and these type of people. Joe Linton, who's got a lot of strength. The system today, as I say, in my opinion, has cost us. Is it the only, thing Is it the only reason why we've lost today? No. Romero caught ball watching, didn't finish our chances, not clinical enough. That was a big problem against Leicester, but is it a big part of the reason? Yes. And like I said in the match preview, because we haven't gone out there and signed top quality players to come into this team, why do I see it changing? I predicted a loss today at Newcastle. I thought we'd concede more than we did. I didn't. To be fair, the performance was better than I thought it would be. But how can I see improvement? How can I predict Spurs to do better when the same issues from last season are still here and we haven't improved the first team squad? There is only going to be one player that we've signed who is consistently starting when he's fit, and that's Solanke. The rest of the team is exactly the same. The system is exactly the same. There's no tweaking. There's no adapting. So where is the change? What's going to be different this season? Look, I'll try and talk a little bit more about the game. Newcastle opened to scoring. It was a great goal from Harvey Barnes. Not necessarily our high line or wing backs that cost us this goal, just really, really bad defending and marking. But it's a good goal from Harvey Barnes, as I say. I thought apart from that, we were the better team, really. I really did. I thought start of the game, first 10 to 15 minutes, Newcastle were playing well. But for the next half an hour up until half time, I thought we played well. I thought we were the better team. And for most of the second half, apart from the last 10 minutes, I don't even think we were, a good team. I thought we were a fantastic team. The football was beautiful at times. Intricate play, intricate passes. And yes, we got a bit of fortune with that goal, but we deserved it. We deserved it. Like a minute earlier, we'd hit the bar. A few minutes earlier, Sarah had chance after chance. We were having some really good shots, really good play. But this is the problem with this system. You can have all of that good play, but you're always at risk of being caught out. And it shouldn't be that way. If that's Arsenal, if that's Manchester City in our position, they go on to win that game 2 or 3-1. Or even maybe draw it. There's a low percent chance that they draw it. But we don't. We don't just take the results sometimes when we should. It's really frustrating. The second goal, as I say, Romero's caught ball watching. It's poor defending, but it's our high line that's completely caught out. Last 10 minutes we didn't look like scoring, so it's a really frustrating day. It's a game that we dominated, 20 plus shots, all of the possession, but because we play the way that we do, because we don't have top quality players, and because we haven't improved in the summer, we're still going to concede 2 to 3 goals every game. And against the top teams, are we going to be able to score 3 or 4? Probably not. Probably not. Do the top teams have a lot more threat that are going to be able to counter-attack us with pace? Yes. Yes, they do. I'm not confident for Arsenal in a couple of weeks whatsoever. We've got the international break. And again, this season, 3 games in, what's different to the last? What is actually different? One thing I will point out, and maybe it's a good thing, maybe it isn't, I'm on the fence about it, we're shooting more on sight, we're not trying to score the perfect goal, which can work out, but sometimes players who shouldn't be taking shots do, and they go way over and out of the stands to some ball outside, having a kick around with his mates, and he gets a new football from the Premier League because it's been booted over by a Sarr or someone like that. But apart from that, we still look crap at defending set pieces, still playing a high line, still no tweaking or adjusting when it comes to this high line. Where's the difference in play? Where is the difference in play? Both wing backs still inverting. I really don't see it. Still always trying to score the same goal, get it out wide to the winger after playing through the middle and exploiting the overload and then playing it through to the striker. Yes, we were missing players today, but so were Newcastle. I'm not having that as an excuse for the players we had on the pitch and the way that we were playing. Ange Postecoglou's high line cost us. The defence and players switching off today cost us. And it's really frustrating. In terms of good performances, I thought Kulusevski played well. That end bit from Kulusevski wasn't great whatsoever. But I do think for the most part he had a good game. I really do. You're looking at other players. I think Dragazin, to be fair, for the most part had a good game. The goal, in my opinion, is far more on Romero than it is Radu Dragazin. I thought Porro looked fairly dangerous going forward. I thought Son, got to give him credit, didn't necessarily score, but I thought he put in a decent performance. A lot of the team, Johnson, coming off the bench, I thought Johnson was fairly good, but there were also a few players who could have stepped up more. Odobert, in my opinion, Bissouma towards the end of the game, Pape Matar, James Maddison, definitely. Just the amount of time that he gets a good ball played to him and he takes too many touches. I don't understand why he does. I really don't get why he does. And Romero, he's world class for Argentina. Is he still a top defender? Yes, but is he... What? Do you know what it is though? Saliba, if he was playing for Arsenal, would be slated every single week because we concede loads of goals as well. It's not about... We could have the best defenders in the world, But we need the best team in the world, the best team in the league to win trophies and not concede goals. And we don't have that. We don't have that, and we won't have that whilst we have this ownership. And most of us know, most of my viewers know, that the ownership is the biggest problem, and that's what I believe at this football club. But the manager's got to take some accountability. He's got to learn how to adapt, and I don't think he will. There's no signs being shown that he will. So, look, it's a real frustrating one. Have we, been panned in recent years? No. We were by far the better team, and that's what makes it so frustrating today. But guys, comment your thoughts down below on the game. Take care, and as always, come on you Spurs. In Big Andrew we trust, I don't even know anymore. Enoch and Levy out. Don't sack another manager. Give the manager a little bit of time. That's what I will say. I don't want Ange gone as much as I've criticised him. I don't really see where this process goes, because who do we bring in and the club gets worse, if anything. But he's got to learn to tweak it. Please, Ange. Just learn to adapt and tweak and change things against some top sides. Guys, take care.